welcome to this short practice that will help you to feel hopefully refreshed and energized. This is inspired by a practice that I will often do in the morning when I don't have a lot of time, or in preparation for meditation, so that I just kind of get some movement through the body, get the energy flowing before sitting for a longer period of time. So whatever comes next in your day, I'm sure this will kind of prepare you to head into that. And you don't need any props for this. You can do this when you're traveling. It's great practice because you don't need a lot of space, and you can do this pretty much anywhere. So let's get started. We'll start seated with our legs crossed. If you'd like to have something to sit on here to elevate the hips, please feel free to have that. And we're just going to start to pair movement with breath. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe you want to look overhead. Exhale, palms down towards the floor. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Just continuing to move through that a few more times at your own pace. Last one here. From here, we'll reach our arms forward and just slowly start to round through the spine. And then inhale, we'll bring the arms back into a cactus or 90-degree bend at the elbows as we extend through the spine. And then just continue moving through that with the pace of your own breath. So you don't have to match the pace of my movement. Maybe I'm going too slow or too fast. So exhale, tailbone curls under, chin towards chest. Inhale, lengthening up through the spine, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Good, one more. Good. And then bring the hands down to the floor beside you. And then from here, we'll take our right arm up and over towards the left side, grounding down through the right sitting bone, finding lots of length and space through that right side of the body. Inhale back up to center, left arm follows and comes over towards the right. Inhale through center, stay for a breath. Coming back through center one more time. Deep breath here. And then inhale up through center, come over towards your left one more time. And we'll find a little bit of movement here. So think about your rib cage rotating down towards the floor, just reaching through the fingertips of your right hand. And then inhale, rotate up towards the ceiling. And just move through that a few more times. Big spacious breath here. That will help to facilitate creating space between the ribs. Good. And then we'll meet back in the side bend and then push up and over towards the opposite side. And then again here, starting with that rib cage turning towards the floor and then opening up towards the ceiling. Inhaling to open up. Exhaling as you turn towards the floor. Good. And then meeting in that side bend one more time. And then we'll inhale, bring both arms up to center. And then we'll come into a twist, opening both arms out to the side. So left arm reaches behind you, right arm out front. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Moving with your breath. Finding length as you come to center. And then as you exhale and twist, maybe imagining your spine acting in kind of this corkscrew motion as it twists over towards the direction you're twisting in. Good. Next time you're over towards the right, you'll allow both hands to come down, left hand to the right knee, and then the right fingertips behind you. Being gentle with the neck here, so just gently looking over that right shoulder. Maybe walking those right fingertips a little bit further back behind you. Good, and then inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to twist to the left. Hand to knee and fingertips to the floor. Inhaling one more time, sweeping the arms up overhead and then back down by your sides. Nice. And then we'll take the hands onto the knees and we'll just start to find some torso rolls here. So you're just going to sweep the chest forward on an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to flex through the spine, chin comes towards chest, and you're going to continue to move in this circular motion. So finding those contrasting moves of the spine. So exhaling, flexing, rounding, inhaling to extend and come forward. Good. And then reverse the direction of your circles. Keeping the breath flowing here. Good. And then coming back to center. And then we'll just take our hands over to the left. And then you're just going to pick up your right knee and plant your foot down so you can spin around and then just come into a forward fold. So maybe start with your knees bent, especially if this is first thing in the morning. You might be a little bit tight and stiff in the hamstrings. And then just start to bend one knee at a time here. And then we'll walk our feet a little bit wider apart, almost as wide as your mat, toes out slightly, and then slowly sink your hips down to wherever you're able to bring them down to. Maybe you're able to come into full malasana here, or maybe you're up a little bit higher. And we're just going to move back and forth, so straightening the legs and then coming down into the squat. 2 more times. Inhale brings you down. Exhale, pressing into the heels to come up. Good, and next time you're up, we'll just heel toe those feet back into the hips width distance apart. And then from here, keeping a slight bend in your knees, you can maybe clasp elbows with opposite hands, or you can just allow your arms to dangle. Just maybe find a little sway side to side. Good. And then we'll press into the feet. Just come up halfway to a flat back. So hands can be on the shins or the thighs. So thinking about pulling elbows back. Thinking about the crown of the head pointing directly straight out in front of you. Tailbone pointing directly behind you. And then we're going to take our hands behind our head. Exhaling, pressing into the heels, lifting all the way up to standing. Inhale, come back to that flat back. Exhale, press up to standing. Let's do that 2 more times. Good, and then as we meet in standing, we'll bring the hands down. We'll step our feet wide apart, bringing the feet parallel. And then we'll bring our left hand down to the floor. If the palm is not able to reach the floor, you can grab a cushion or a block. And then we'll open up with an inhale, sweeping the right arm up towards the ceiling, coming into a twist. Exhale, bring the hand down, right hand down, left arm up. Good, one more time, bringing the hand down on an exhale. Inhale, right arm comes up. Stay here and hold for a breath. Notice if your feet feel even in terms of the weight being distributed between both feet. Good. Bring the hand down. Other side one more time. Pushing into the outer edges of both feet. Keeping the legs active here. Good. And then bring that hand down. And now just fingertips come back towards you. Maybe they come to the hips here, or you can keep them on the floor. I'm just going to bend into it one knee at a time. Start with the right, straighten the left leg, and then come over towards the opposite side. If this is too much, definitely keep the fingertips on the ground for assistance. Moving with your breath from one side to the other. Good. Last one. Good. And then just walk your fingertips to center and then heel toe your feet in back to that malasana position. So wider than hips width, toes pointing out, coming into your deep squat. Maybe you're up higher, maybe your heels are up. Any of those are fine. If you can bring your elbows to the insides of your knees and bring your hands together. Staying here for a couple breaths. Really trying to send the breath into the back body here. So feeling the back of the lungs, the back of the ribs move and inflate as you inhale. Creating some space in the back body. Good. And then we'll take our hands down to the floor and just bring your knees down into a kneeling position. If it's not too much for you to have your toes tucked here, you can add that in for a little stretch for the bottom of the feet, but feel free to untuck at any time or to begin with if that's not appropriate for you. And we'll just take one more inhale, sweeping our arms up overhead. Palms touch, and then bring the palms down towards your heart. Holding them there for a couple breaths. Perhaps you'd like to soften your gaze or completely close the eyes here. As you sense into the body, maybe noticing a sense of energy moving through the body, connecting to your heart space. Observing the breath. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that this practice left you feeling good in your body and ready to take on the rest of your day, whatever that may look like for you. And I hope that you take this sense of connection to yourself into the rest of your day as well, coming back to that whenever needed. Thank you.